What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of I'm one of your hosts, Danny.
I'm your other host, Irma.
Nice to meet you. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. Oh my God, dude. We've been a little bit consistent. A little bit.
You guys can't shame us, okay? We're here for another episode for you guys. So please bear with us. And then also this heat, the office, it's hot. It hasn't been helping, okay? So bear with us. I'm low-key probably going to be sweating. So don't mind the little sweat drips. It's okay. I even have my fan here. So y'all know.
But yeah, you guys, it has been such a crazy week since the last episode. But let's not forget about last week's episode because we talked about how being an older sibling comes with a lot of baggage. But let's jump right into this week's comments because you guys had a lot to say last week. This one's from Leslie6184. Felt as an older sibling, we are the guinea pigs and no one asks if we are okay. They just expect us to be okay. But we are always there for our family. We hold everything together. It's exhausting. They expect us to give them our all.
Yo.
Well, look, I feel like definitely we do feel like we are the guinea pigs of the family and we always like to, take risk and stuff like that.
I feel like since I'm not really like the oldest sibling, but I am the oldest daughter, it does take an effect of like taking the responsibility of like the household stuff and everything. So, I mean,
yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right about that.
There's the struggles, of like trying to make sure there's like boundaries because whenever I would do any housework or anything, my older brother, my dad would tell him like, hey, go help me in the yard. And sometimes he really wouldn't. If anything, my younger brother would be the one kind of helping me out. Or if anything, none of them really. So,
you know what? I know that you say that you are the second oldest and you're the oldest daughter. But I do remember one thing about being an older sibling is and it being in a Latino household, my mom didn't do any wrong in her parenting, but one thing that I wish I could have done was not hold so much responsibility for taking care of my sister. I don't mind it, but I also wasn't a parent. So like, I don't think I should have been given those responsibilities. Yeah. I didn't mind helping out my mom, but now as an adult, you kind of see it as like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't be playing a parent at 7 or 8 years old, And I'm taking care of my sister because she's a girl. You have to take care of them because you never know what a person can do.
Exactly.
You never know the intentions de una persona. So that was another thing that I had to take a lot of responsibility on. And also like when my mom was going to work, I also had to make sure that the house was clean. My mom didn't give me the responsibility, but when you see it as an older child, especially when you see it with a single mother, you have this mindset of like, oh my God, my mom's working so much and she's working so hard for us to be able to have an apartment by ourselves, be able to have really good, nice clothes on our back, have a good car, and make sure that we have something to eat. And that was one person that was doing that to take care of 2 kids, girl. Yeah. And imagine that she was not even 20 years old yet to even be doing all of that
and
stuff.
It is like difficult, especially since she's not, she doesn't have papers or anything to even try to find a good job,
yeah.
Good pay. Like, just imagine she had to get like 2-3 different jobs just to make sure she made that income and stuff. So
it was definitely like something in my head triggered me of like, oh my God, I should be helping out my mom. But then again, I shouldn't have been helping out my mom because I should have been just a kid. But then it's just a lot. I have a lot of it's a lot of mixed emotions that you have as an older sibling. But also, I just don't want you guys to give this energy and be like, oh, Danny's just complaining and like doesn't want to like help out and like he just wanted to be a kid. But I did want to be just a kid, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It isn't.
Like now I'm being a kid. If you guys notice, like I'm literally always playing my Mario games because when I was a child, most of the time I was playing my Mario games, but I was also helping out my mom. I was also helping out my sister. I was also helping out myself. Like I was taking care of a whole ass village in my village. You know what I mean? So it was a really good episode talking about siblings last week. I wish we could have gotten a little bit more in depth. There was just a lot of mixed emotions that I couldn't really process. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but of course, let's move on to the next comment. This is from @LeticiaTovar1528. Hey, Irma and Danny, I love y'all so much, but I'm interested in the story of your sister having a kidney transplant. I have CKD, and it's been a struggle hearing that I'm not alone because of my age surprised me, because normally CKD is common for older people. All right, so many of you guys don't know, my sister, she did have to go through a kidney transplant when she was like, probably, right now she's 13, so when she was like probably 9 or 10, it didn't happen not too long ago, but it kind of sucks. So the whole situation of what happened was, unfortunately, when she was born, her stomach was inflamed, like really, really bad. And she wasn't able to develop her urine tract, I guess you could say. Like, she wasn't able to go to the restroom when she was in my mom's womb. And my mom, she was older. She was probably already in her late 40s. So, of course, there was a little bit of complications there. My mom had to go through a C-section because of that situation. It was a high risk for her, too. So, the point is, as my sister got older, they were just doing a lot of estudios of my sister's health. How is she doing? And to no joke, ever since she was a baby, she's been going to the doctor ever since, probably like once a month. She would always go. Eventually she ended up getting a therapist because, you know, it was a lot. You know, as a kid, you're going through so much because you have to be very careful of what you have to do, being outdoors, make sure you're hydrated, make sure that you're covered up, make sure that you're not exposed too much to the sun. So there's a lot of aspects to it, which ended up, unfortunately, one of her kidneys were starting to fail. And so they were doing a lot of tests. They were doing a lot of medication. Like, to tell you guys, like, she would probably have like 5 or 6 medications that she had to take. And they were disgusting, obviously. So she would always try to help her, like, push through it and, like, help her take it in a better way. With taking all the medication and doing all these estudios on her, it wasn't working. And, you know, even with the hydrating of water, she had to drink, make sure she had her fluids all day. And, you know, it was a struggle a little bit as a kid. You know, as a kid, you don't really want to be drinking water, but my sister was really, really good with her health. She really was on top of, like, I need to eat my veggies, I need to drink water, I need to make sure I have my nutrients, which is actually a really, I guess, good thing as you're a kid, because not most kids are like that. I would ask my sister, oh, do you want chips or do you want anything? And she's like, no, I can't have that. It's not good for me, basically. And I was just like, damn, like, it sucks because, like, you know, you would want to enjoy a little treat without thinking those kind of things. So at the end of the day, they had to find a donor for the kidney. Eventually it was getting to 40%, then 30%, and then it was getting lower and lower. And for many of you guys who have been through this, you guys know how bad it can get, because she started feeling really tired. She started taking more naps throughout the day. It just took a toll of her body to the point where, you know, eventually we did end up finding a donor. I actually don't recall who it was. I know it wasn't anybody in our family. It was, I guess, someone, she was basically on the list and somebody was available. She went through all of that, and good thing now, you know, she's doing amazing. She's doing good. She's staying hydrated. She's still taking care of herself. But I just learned this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they actually don't remove the kidney. So you actually stay with the actual kidney and they just attach the new one. So your old one is still in there. Correct me if I'm wrong, because that's what I've just heard. So that's basically
actually cool.
Right? That is pretty cool, right?
Like, you have 3 kidneys.
Literally. Fun fact. So after that, when she got her kidney replacement, of course, I did go visit her at the hospital. I was making sure she was okay. And, you know, she was a little sad. I'm not going to, like, lie and stuff. She was sad because she was like, I want to go home. I want to be home with you guys, you know. And my siblings, surprisingly, they actually went to go visit her too, which was great. I was not expecting them to do so, but I was like, great. They went to go visit her. I went to go there for a few times. Everything went well. Everything is going well so far. And honestly, she is doing great. She's doing amazing. I will say probably she does have little struggles. For example, like when she goes on field trips, she's always like, where's my hat? Where's my long sleeve? Where's this? Where's that? And I feel bad because con este calor, like, you don't want to be in like long sleeve clothes. You don't want to be in pants. You want to be able to like breathe and, you know, be able to feel comfortable. But at the end of the day,
she should move to the snow.
I know, we should move to Colorado. Imagine. No, my parents have actually thought about it, but she never tells me anything negative about how she's been feeling or anything. If anything, I just see her more cheerful and I see her playing more and I see her, you know, just living like a normal kid now. And I will say, you know, se descuidó un poquito, you know, I feel like since she's felt better, she's like, all right, like, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. She's still staying hydrated. She's still drinking her water like every single day, which I give her so much props for. And she still eats her vegetables. But, you know, there's a little things where, of course, a kid would want little snacks, a little, you know, here and here, a little chip, whatever. But overall, My sister's doing amazing. She's doing great. I give so much props to my sister because honestly, with that, it takes a huge toll on your body. So for anybody who went through this or has somebody close by that went through any type of transplant, I mean, it's hard. It takes a huge toll. So overall, that is literally the situation with what happened with my sister.
So let's jump into our next comment. This is from Jacqueline EM 2022. Danny, I understand you. I've been 4 years sober now, and at first it's difficult, but as you get older or have a realization, you make a decision. It's difficult for people to have people change around you, but as long as you make the decision that makes you happy. Muchas gracias, muchas gracias. I feel like that is so good for you to tell me because sometimes I don't realize that I can make the change myself. And I shouldn't be focused on everyone else around me. Not too long ago, LA Times came out with the article about the weed pens having pesticides in it, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, there was a time that I was very addicted to pods, and I would go through them like 2 times a week.
No, bitch.
That's a lot.
In 2 days, in 3 days.
Yeah, in 3 days I'd be done, girl. By next, 3 days I'd be done. Anyways, and that was a whole ass gram. Anyways, that's not so bad. What this is leading up to, there was a time that I was sitting down in my car and I was like, I can't live without my pens. Like, I'm down to keep my pen for the rest of my life and keep spending the money that I need to spend on my pen, like, every single time.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind it. But you know what? It's been a full on 2 months and a half-ish that I haven't been with my own personal one. Yeah, when people have like pens here and there, I don't mind hitting it. But like, I won't hit it like crazy. I feel like they get to me so hard now. So I'm really not in the mood of liking them anymore. I'm so glad that now I'm finding a sober path from all of this. And
mainly
I feel like
wax pens,
yeah,
right?
mainly
guessing,
wax pens. Of course, I still smoke greens, but I can see myself in a path of soberness. Maybe not now. I feel like your 20s should definitely be like drinko, dizinko, all the time. In your 20s, you should just be living it up. When I turn 30, flirty, and thriving, I will definitely stop drinking. I feel like that's the age. I'm gonna cut it at 30.
Yeah.
After 30, no more drinking, girl. No more drinking. Right now, give me a drinko. Right now.
You're like, I'm down to drink. But that's really good that you actually stopped smoking the wax pens because, not gonna lie, guys, wake up, hit that shit literally all day consistently. So it was just like a daily, every hour, everything, anything that you're doing, you're about to eat, hit it. When you're editing, hit it. So it's gotten to a point where it was just too consistent. So I will say I'm on the same boat. I actually just finished the cartridges that I had, and I'm actually not planning on buying any more at this point, just because I know that it hasn't helped me have a clear mind as well. So, you know, hopefully, I think today is actually the first day where I actually haven't hit a wax pen at all. So congrats to day one.
Congrats to day one.
It's going great. But of course, let's move on to the next comment. This is from @Vanessa Ortega 7140. Irma, don't look for a man. The right one will come to you. Take this time to work on yourself, hear your traumas, figure out what you love to do. So when the right person comes, you are the best version of yourself. 100%. I feel like lately I've just been in a like space of trying to figure myself out and just trying to figure out what I need to fix, because honestly it's just been causing so many issues just with myself. I'm in the process of healing everything. I'm in the process of trying to figure out things that I like to do. Lately, I actually been trying to schedule in going on hikes more often, being more outdoors. I'm trying to get content out and just trying to have a routine going. And I feel like what's helping is that my parents right now are in Mexico. So I feel like I've been able to kind of be more like at home a bit more a gusto, without, you know, concerning about the mess that there's gonna be or with how loud it's gonna be. I just feel like it's been more of a soothing, calming time right now. I am trying to figure things out. It is gonna be a little bit of a, I think it's gonna be a tough journey. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of scared because I am the kind of person, I don't know if you guys could relate, that I don't like change. I am the kind of person that gets scared for change. So I need to break that barrier and actually figure out what the fuck is going on. But, You know, that's part of life, and life is a bitch. Life is a roller coaster, but that's the way that each individual is going to learn, like me. And trying to figure out what I like to do is something that I always struggled with as well. I know I say like I like to color, I like to go on hikes, like I mentioned right now, but I feel like I haven't found good hobbies to keep myself entertained, if that makes sense, because this is lo que me falta. I just get so stuck, obviously, on a fucking phone, just scrolling and seeing what the fuck there is on social media. And I feel like we just get so trapped on that I get so trapped on that I just lose myself from reality. And right now I'm just feel like I'm trying to come back to that. And as I mentioned, I'm stopped barely day one, but I haven't really been smoking the cartridges or as frequently like that, because también the ones that I would smoke barely had any. I feel like it's been helping a little bit, having more of a clearer mind and just trying to figure things out.
One thing that I wanted to go back to about don't find a man, let a man look for you. I like that a lot, because that's also another quote that I used to use when I was in high school. Actually, when I broke up with my last boyfriend before I met Alan Ice, I was in sophomore year, right? In sophomore year of high school. So I know it's been a long time, but sophomore year of high school, I was like, never again will I date another guy. I was like, I'm not gonna date guys while I'm in high school. Like, if a man wants me, I let him look for me, but I'm not gonna look for him. I feel like that's the way that the universe will be able to like get you guys together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as soon as I did that, Alan Ice came into my life. So as soon as Alan Ice came into my life, like, I just didn't know I had the feelings that I did. And, you know, now we're here 7 years later. Well, 8 years later.
Yeah.
And we're happily happy. So, you know, it's just the truth. You know, I just feel like you shouldn't be looking for the things in life. Life will eventually find the things for you
100%.
that suits you, you know?
Yeah, and to add on to that, like with the whole a man will come to you, and that's 100% right. I feel like I was too focused on like, why is nobody loving me? Why do I not have a boyfriend? Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? But at the end of the day, like, it's true. I just have to figure out what I enjoy doing. I have to figure out what life is really, basically find my purpose and find what I want to do. And then maybe eventually later in the universe, I may end up with someone, or maybe I won't. Who knows? Like, I'm not saying that I don't want to be in a relationship at all, because at my mindset right now, obviously, like, I'm not ready for that. But it's so true of what you say. Like, just let them come to me. Like, maybe I'll just go out in a fucking hotel and like a bar, and I'm just sitting there looking cute, and then alguien viene, arrepiente y dicen, hola, te quiero a ti.
You never know.
You never know.
Let's jump right into the last comment of today. This one's from Joey Savage 8664. Can we talk about how cringe it was to hear them mispronounce sobriety?
Sobriety.
Sobriety.
Shit, girl.
I'm like A, B, C, D, F, G, girl. Everything sounds the same.
Yeah, no, I mean, if
you understood me.
If you guys understood what we meant, then shit, say less. I'm sorry that we haven't gone through that sobriety yet, but we're hanging in there and we're going through it.
That's a hard word to say, okay? I can't say that because I'm not sober.
We're all dyslexic?
I'm so thirsty talking about sobriety. So for today's episode, we wanted to do something a little more adult.
Ooh.
Because this week's episode, we're talking about embarrassing sex stories. But before we jump into that, let's get something to loosen the goose.
Ooh.
Right into Sip of the Week.
Bitch, I'm excited. I am so excited. So these drinks, you guys, we actually tried them out this weekend because we had a little like drunk night one night, and it was so much fun. But this alcoholic drink, if you guys have not heard of it, it's so fire. It is the Arizona Premium Spiked Beverage Hard. And this is the flavor fruit punch. You have?
I have the watermelon flavor, you guys. When I was in high school, I promise you guys, I'm not even lying to you. Every single time I would get out of high school or just school in general, there was a liquor right across the street where they let us like put chamoy and tapatio on our chips, and they would have Arizona. So my order for my liquor store was fries, I would always put chamoy, Valentina, lemon.
Always soak that shit up.
Dude, soak that shit up, and I would get a kiwi and strawberry Arizona, and they were
flavor.
$1. Did you see?
Yes.
They're not $1
They're
anymore.
gonna be $129. They're gonna be
This
expensive
economy.
now, and I don't get it because también chips, they've gotten more expensive too. Before, the little baggies or whatever were like 25 cents. Now they're charging them for 50 cents. What's going on here? I don't like this.
But before I forget, go ahead and comment down below, what was your liquor store order when you guys were younger? Or if you guys still have a liquor store order now, a 7-Eleven order,
Yeah.
comment down below because I know you guys have it.
Yeah, and even if you guys wouldn't go to the liquor store, you know damn well there were people that sold chips at school. So, and they would have their Valentina and everything. So let us know what your order was. And also, you guys, not gonna lie, these have 5% of alcohol. It's not that much, but I'm not gonna lie, when I drank the first one, I was feeling a little buzzed.
Actually, these are really delicious, and I never
They
got drunk with
are.
them. Not one. Not
Really?
one or two. Low key, like, I just kind of, like, I just didn't want to drink them because I know I just noticed I'm a very hard liquor person.
Yeah.
I love, like, tequila. Like, tequila, like, I would love to punish myself with having it kept in my mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know why you do that shit,
oh,
man. It's so gross. I gotta have a chaser, leave it in there with the shot, chug it, and then chug my chaser, bitch. But let's open these babies up.
And let's pour them in our Let's Talk Pendejadas mug because we got to be discreet. Because it's Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday that you're watching this. And you can't be drinking on a weekday, mija.
No,
but we
no,
can hide it. So, para que nadie sepa.
No, no, no.
Okay, cheers.
Ay, wait, hold on. I think I filled mine up a little too much.
Me
Shit.
too.
Ugh. Cheers. Oh my God, you guys. Ay, qué rico. No
Now, I
mames.
do like these because they do taste exactly like Arizona's.
They do.
They're very juicy. They're not, they're actually not a seltzer.
They're
It's literally a
actually-
cocktail.
No, it is. And honestly, to tell you guys, like, it doesn't have any carbonation. Like, it's literally
Juice.
it's literally a juice mixed with some alcohol. And if you guys haven't seen these, go check them out. We actually found these when at liquor store, like probably on Saturday, and we were like, what the fuck? How come we have never heard of these? And then also, a very off topic from the alcohol that we're drinking, did you guys see that they released new flavors for Buzzballs? Like, did you see that?
Alan just told me today,
Dude,
but
they
since
have-
I'm not on the buzzball train anymore.
I know you're not on the Buzzball, but it's good to know. It's cool to know because, you know, Buzzballs are been popular now for a while. They're the replacement of Four Locos or the MDs. I don't know if you guys remember those, but they have like a blueberry one, and they had like actually that's the only flavor that I know. And I low-key want to try it out, even though I'm not much of a fan of Buzzball. Like, I don't think it would be a bad idea to try it out.
Nah, but one of the alcohols that I've been loving lately, everyone hates on me because of this, but it's kind of like a buzzball, but it's not because it has a higher percentage of alcohol. It's the
Cosmopolitan.
no, it's not a cosmopolitan. It's the margaritas. The margaritas that I've been getting.
What the fuck? The first one you got was the Cosmopolitan.
No, this is
Really?
this is the same one I've gotten the past 2 times. I don't even know the brand name, to be honest, but it was 27.5%
Loco,
alcohol
dude.
per volume, and it's 100 mLs.
And dude,
they're
this-
very tiny.
It's this tiny,
Yeah.
tinier than a fucking Buzzball. Imagine that, bitch.
And I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten drunk all the time with them. Like, I only need it when I know for a fact I just want to get drunk for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then go minis.
Nah, dude. I had a little sip of that. Bitch. That tasted like a shot. That shit was so gross. And I even said to pour it over ice también to make sure it's
I
like
did put it over ice, so it was good. It was cold at least.
Yeah.
Because I feel like coming out of a can, even if it's cold, I don't like it. I need to at least put ice.
How about how we watched The Sound of Freedom? Ay, guys, no mames, dude. That movie was so, like, heartbreaking, but so informative on just
The real
everything.
world.
The real world. Like, it's crazy how things like that literally go on in this world. And honestly, it just was a huge eye-opener because obviously I have siblings. I have a younger sister. You have a younger brother. So it's like anybody is a victim, and you just have to be very aware of your surroundings no matter what. Don't be a dumb parent and just leave them donde sea. Así no. Cuando vayan al parque, ponte trucha. It's always the little smallest things. It could just be at any fucking moment, dude. And low-key right now, like, since my parents are in Mexico and they took my little sister, I kind of have, like, that little thing of, like, oh my God, like, they better be watching out for my sister, especially when they're in the city. Like, you just never know. Because that's where what we watched, it was basically in Honduras where, unfortunately, you know, they trafficked the kids, and they ended up moving them to Mexico. And it's just crazy how like quickly this shit just goes. In less than 24 hours, dude, they're just somewhere completely else, dude. It's so sad.
Yeah, for sure. This movie has gone through a lot of controversy. If you guys remember when this movie had came out, there was a lot of things going on in theaters where like the AC wasn't working, the movies wouldn't be playing, they wouldn't even advertise them anywhere. And you know what? There's a lot of other movies, like for example, Taken. Taken is another movie where they talk a lot about trafficking a young woman, but that's okay to watch because like it's an action movie, but it's really informative about what happens in the real world. And when we watched that movie, I really do wish we would have watched it
when it came out,
because it's a very beautiful, informative movie, and it touches your heart where it makes you so aware about the real world. And that's why we have a lot of YouTubers and a lot of streamers. If you guys haven't seen a lot of the streamers nowadays, they set up the whole like, and
they set traps basically.
Yeah, they set traps for them, and then they go to them and humiliate them, and sometimes
which they
even beat them up.
But you guys, honestly, this movie, if you guys have not watched it at all,
please go
watch it, please. It's very good to inform yourselves.
And not only adults, I feel like kids should watch it as well, because it shows the real world, and it should scare children. Like,
it really should.
Like it should scare children to make them more aware. Like, I was a very aware kid, but because my mom was like, mijo, like, this could happen. And my mom was very real with me, like, of the situations that can happen. And even when we were with gente ajena, like, my mom would always pull us to the side and be like, mijo, te tocaron in any uncomfortable way? Or like, did they touch your pee-pee? Or did they touch you where, you know, they shouldn't have? And, you know, that's how you should have conversations with your children, because they need to be very aware. They need to be, you know, educated in stuff like this, because it can happen to anyone.
100%. And now I fully understand why my mom was very on me when I was younger, like in middle school and high school. Always wanted to go out, when I sneaked to go to LA, and like when I would lie to her with that stuff, because at the end of the day, she doesn't know where the fuck I'm at. I'm not telling her the truth. Like, si algo pasaba, pues ¿qué va a ser? Like, what the fuck? Like, so much shit could literally happen. And you know what's crazy? When you were mentioning about that the theaters weren't not allowing, but supposedly the ACs weren't working, or the movie wasn't playing and it wasn't advertised, I guess it was just like, this is my thought, my opinion. Because for me personally, whenever people put out movies, you gotta admit, sometimes it's because when you actually say the truth, like, as a person, they will come at you. They will literally try to shut you up. Like, for example, scientists, if they say anything that will expose anything with climate change or lo que sea de science, they will literally go vanished. So just imagine if somebody just exposed it like that without the movie. Of course, that person would probably just disappear, because the scenes and how particular the movie was with this, it just goes to show that it's literally going on. And this was the only way that they were able to get this word out. And for them to kind of like not advertise this and not mention to the world of what exactly is going on, it's so fucking sad, because it's not just little people. No, bitch. Like, the government is probably part of this. The fucking cartels over there in Mexico and Honduras, de lo que sea, dude. It's all underground, and it's so fucking sad that there's actual people that really do this, like the Epstein Island. When they had that clip in that movie, if you guys haven't seen it, or if you guys have, people were saying that it's very similar to how Epstein Island really was. Like, it was just a fantasy world for all these disgusting pedophiles to just go over there and enjoy themselves while these kids are being tortured. And it's so fucking sad. And like, just imagine if somebody, like, I mean, of course they've already been exposed with everything, but it's great how they put everything in a movie. It's just sad how it wasn't advertised enough to get this fully aware. I wish, even though I don't have a kid myself, just be vigilant. Just be vigilant with your surroundings. You know, if you see kids around, just make sure that their parents are around. Like, I know it's not your responsibility, but it's always good to be aware with your surroundings. Even though if you don't have your siblings around you or anything, just be aware, because, you know, you never know what situation you could help out with, because there's really creepy people out there, you guys. Like, the dark web it's just crazy how it actually exists. Honestly, it's so astonishing, because when they showed how the guy would like download the files and everything with one little button, dude, it erases everything, and there's no evidence. No lo pueden cachar nada, because obviously, like, there's nothing on the computer. So at the end of the day, guys, you just have to be very aware. Just be careful out there. Make sure you guys watch this movie. Show your kids, everybody, guys, because this is something that's so important to talk about and to just be aware with, and just do it for the kids, guys. And even if it's not kids, adults too. You guys have to be very aware with your surroundings as well. So just keep an eye out. Be safe out there. Just especially with social media nowadays, I feel like it's so much easier for like these people to kind of get at kids, especially with like Minecraft, Roblox, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, de lo que sea, dude. Like, they will find a way. And I did hear this thing about, it's sad and it sucks, but when people post pictures of their babies and stuff, like, they're already looking, they're already seeing these pictures, they're already advertising these pictures, like, oh, we're gonna get this person, like, do you want it or not? And it's just crazy how like things work behind the scenes. So again, guys, just please be aware and just please watch it, because it's really, really good to know what the fuck is really going on in this cruel, disgusting ass fucking world, girl. Like, and it's not just men. There's women out there too, just so you know. So when you guys see it, you're gonna know what bitch we talking about. We about to fuck her up if you see her on the streets, bitch. Imagine. Overall, guys, just make sure you go watch it. Very serious stuff that we should take seriously and just keep in mind. But let's go right ahead and switch up the topic a little bit. How about how it's the 4th of July?
Oh my God, it's 4th of July. Woo! It's kind of like Cinco de Mayo.
No, honestly, and everybody's out here celebrating and everything. But of course, for those who don't know what 4th of July really is, because to be honest, it's great to celebrate, but like,
what is it about? What are you celebrating? Did you forget the history?
I forgot. I had to do a little investigation. So let me read off a little bit of what 4th of July has the significance of. So the 4th of July is basically Independence Day here at the United States. And on July 4th, 1776, the Second Continental Congress anonymously adopted the Declaration of Independence, announcing the colonies that are separated from the Great Britain. So if you guys didn't know, the U.S. started with 13 states, 13 colonies, because they were leaving Great Britain because they were trying to find new land. And eventually, the 13 colonies were like, hey, we don't really like the, laws that we have in Britain. We kind of want to separate. So, of course, that caused a whole, basically, civil war, I would say. Basically, independence.
I don't know. So I'm just kind of going off of Joe.
No, you're fine. That basically just caused a whole conflict thing. And eventually it ended up being Independence Day, where the 13 colonies ended up being the 13 states instead. And then eventually it all expanded all the way to California. And now here we are in the United States of America, where it's not the free. But you guys,
wow, very good history lesson.
Thank you. When we celebrate 4th of July, there's always fireworks. And I'm not talking about fireworks just that day. People are shooting these fireworks like probably a month before when it actually is, which I get. Fireworks are fun. Fireworks are great.
Wait, do you guys buy illegal ones or California ones?
I mean, shit, I remember the California ones. That's what I remember.
I was always scared of like the illegal fireworks. I've actually never bought one. Like the only time that I had bought one was with Alan's family. But then after that, I never did again. I'm just so scared of them because they're literally like bombs.
They are. They're a ticking bomb, bitch. So to give you guys
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
You're like, no, not here.
So did they use fireworks back then?
So I guess they did, because it says here that fireworks are used for pride and patriotism. Yeah, so I guess it's just to show that they're celebrating the independence. They got the free, they got free from Great Britain, girl. They don't want no tea. We want coffee, honey. We want diabetes, bitch, if anything. But that was basically the reason why they do fireworks. It's just to show the celebration side of it, which makes sense, of course, but sometimes these fireworks are a little too much. Like, I swear, you guys, these illegal fireworks, they be doing them in my neighborhood like nothing, bitch. Like nothing.
And the cops never come?
I mean, they come, but who the fuck are they gonna be seeing? Like, everybody,
don't they get like tickets or they get arrested or something?
Even around your area, they already have like the signs up and everything. Illegal, but people
it's because we don't do the legal. They don't even do the legal ones here like by ours, because we literally live in the corner of a police station.
No, that, and then also there's a lot of mountain and hills and
so
dryness.
Like we can cause a big fire.
Fire. But even when I go into where I live, like, there's a lot of trees in that area, especially where they put it, and I'm like, girl, like.
But you live more in this like city area, like there's not really like.
Yeah, but
like you can't literally go down a street and be like, oh, it's all mountains.
Yeah, no, that is true. And to tell you guys, I remember last year, so everybody's doing fireworks, right? When I went back home, dude, to tell you oh my God, I can't even explain it. When I drove into my street, dude, pure smoke. Literally pure smoke, like it was fucking fog.
It was fog.
It was, no, dude. I swear, I wish it was fog, but it was literally all smoke. Even when I got down the freeway, or like when you're driving, you could just see like the like layer of just pure smoke. And I mean, I guess climate change is a thing, because girl, that's hella smoke. That's CO2 right there. And I feel like that's like the harshest thing that we could do with our planet. But I guess they want to be patriotic and celebrate, which makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, so please be very careful with the fireworks today. We don't want you guys to die.
No.
Because then who will watch our podcast?
Nobody.
No one. But yeah, you guys, just be very careful.
Oh, yeah. But I was going to say, do you normally celebrate 4th of July, or is that something that you're like...
I've actually never really celebrated 4th of July like that. Like, it's not that important
You're
to me
like
because I'm
American
Mexican,
flag.
girl. Like, I celebrate Cinco de Mayo,
Yeah,
girl.
that's
like,
a great celebration.
But, you know, it's an excuse to pretend to be American.
You are here.
I definitely act like I'm American. I'll cook my hot dogs and my burgers and some steak. My favorite memory one time was when me and Alan were supposed to celebrate 4th of July with our families, but nobody wanted to do anything. So I was like, all right, well, we could celebrate ourselves. So we literally were watching a movie, and then we decided that we wanted to do water balloon fight. So we did a water balloon fight, and then we were like, oh, let's take out the grill. Oh, let's start drinking. So we got really drunk, and you know, those memories don't happen no more.
Like those memories are long gone.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, that was a really happy memory that I had from 4th of July weekend that I had.
For sure. I don't really celebrate 4th of July at all, to be honest. Like, whenever it comes up, like, it really is just like another day for me. If anything, it's a really good day to do Instacart. So see me doing Instacart on 4th of July, making that bank. But honestly, favorite memory, or a memory that I could remember as a kid, because my parents always made it fun for us, to be honest. I don't know if you remember, or I don't know if you know actually, by Disneyland, there's like this auto shop. And at that auto shop, todos se juntan allí because on 4th of July, Disney does always have like a huge firework extravaganza, and it's so beautiful. It's so amazing. And I've always loved going as a kid. So when we were kids, my mom and dad would always take us. We would be sitting on the hood of the car. We'd be like, wow, oh my gosh, so cool, so cool. And we would be there for a good while. And to tell you guys, it would always get really, really packed. Like, we always had to make sure like we got there quick before it starts, because si no hay ningún espacio. And it was a really good spot too, because like it was clear as day, like no buildings blocking it or anything. And then when the fireworks were done, we would come back home. And I remember this one time that, you know, my parents didn't really want us to be doing illegal fireworks or anything, and también, you know, they weren't really in the greatest financial situation. So instead of us getting like fireworks or, you know, little cincitos, cosas así, we would get those little confetti poppers. Do you remember those as a kid?
Yeah, the ones you could get at Walmart.
Literally. So my parents, they would always surprise us and like give us those little poppers and stuff, and we would just be acting like if there were actual fireworks. And we would get like those little, I don't know what they're called, but they're little white balls that when you throw on the floor, they make a cracking noise. So we would have a lot of those, and we would just be
Those
outside.
are fun. I like those. I like those a lot.
Those are
I like
really,
stepping
really
on
fun.
them.
Yeah, dude, they were
It's like
so
I'm
much
stepping
fun.
on cockroaches.
I always
They're
like
just
grabbing.
popping.
They're all just popping and dying. But I always like to grab like a handful and just like das, just like that. I don't know. I just liked it really much.
I like to savor them. Like,
no, but it's because my parents would always get like a big pack, like, because it was 4 of us, so we would at least get like 2 or 3 each. So it was just, that was for sure like a favorite memory that I have with 4th of July. And then after that, once I got older, honestly, I just kind of got more like irritated with the fireworks. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Where are my earplugs at, bitch? My ears are hurting. So yeah, I don't really celebrate 4th of July no more. So
nah, dude, but talking about 4th of July, how about how it's been so hot lately? If you guys live in California, you guys know the heat here has been insane. Now, I know Cali weather doesn't compare to like Arizona,
Texas,
wherever or anything.
Arizona,
Because girl, I know y'all be struggling with 100 degrees, but girl, we're not used to that here.
Oh, no.
You know, like the max I feel like it's ever hit here has been one day, maybe 109.
Yeah, but dude, it's so bad. Like, I feel like over the years, it just keeps on getting hotter
and hotter
and hotter
and hotter.
Like, it's so ridiculous, guys, that to the point that I feel like I got an issue with the fucking heat. There's this thing supposedly where it's called heat anger, and it really does exist. So basically, like, a definition with that is that you're basically get loud, violent, visible, and uncontrollable reaction. So you get just very moody and nasty and angry at everybody because, dude, like, who the fuck wants to be dealing with this heat? Who the fuck wants to be dealing with people in this heat in general? So I feel like the heat is like a huge trigger for me personally because, look, coming from a plus size bitch, the heat is not my friend. The heat is not something to play with me because it's horrible. I literally cannot wear glam outside at all because that shit will be like already sweating off. And then for those plus size girls that understand me, you know damn well when you're trying to stay cool and you want to be outdoor comfortably wearing your clothes, like, obviously I'm wearing long sleeved, I'm wearing like a cute long skirt, like that's my comfort clothes, right? And that's like a cute outfit that I want to wear. But when I wear this out, yeah, it seems a little breezy, but bitch, I'm still hot. Like, I don't want to be wearing spaghetti strap. Like, yeah, I can, like, nobody else is judging me but myself, and I'm thinking that everybody's judging me, but like, I don't want my flappy arms like out there splaying away. I don't want my fucking lonjitas like me with my crop top and shit. Like, no shame with anybody wearing crop tops, and I still wear crop tops, of course, but dude, it's so fucking bad. And then with the fucking thigh chafing, especially with fucking shorts, y'all. Oh, you know, I fucking hate it so fucking much. So the heat is not my friend. I hate it so fucking much. Like, literally, that's the only thing that I hate about Cali. Another thing with me that I think many of you guys do know, but, you know, when you're plus size, you do tend to sweat a lot. But I feel like I have this, like, sweat gene that I got from my mom because my mom has the same issue. She sweats very, very easily. And it's not just a drip here or there. Like, even Danny knows, like, I sweat like hella, bitch. Like, it's dripping so bad from my forehead, from right here, basically my T-zone and like my cheeks and everything. So it's so bad. These jeans are so bad. Like, that's one thing that I do hate that I do want to get fixed. I know Botox did help a little bit, but it really kind of didn't because I just sweat excessively. And then also I've been using, well, I haven't used it lately just because it does irritate my skin a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, like, it does get really itchy at night. So when I'm trying to fall asleep, I'm like poking my face to not like rub it off. I kind of have to like do it with my nail to kind of get that itch off. But once I knock out, I don't feel it. But this prescription basically helps with your sweat glands to not sweat in your face. But when I'm not sweating in my face, my hairline and my head gets holla hot, or like it's really sweaty. My armpits get really sweaty, and like there's just places that I didn't think I would sweat really bad, guys. So the heat, as mentioned, is not my fucking friend. I hate it so fucking much, guys. So I'm moving. Imagine, bitch. That's literally what.
Wait, so you like more coldness?
Oh, 100%.
You'd rather be cold?
Yeah, 100%. Dude, we have the AC because my dad, before they left to Mexico, he put the AC unit back into the window, dude. We have that shit running all night, 61 degrees, bitch. It's a fucking, like, what's called the North Pole in there. I'm covered in, like, 4 blankets, and, dude, it's amazing. But then when I wake up, I'm like, the room is still cold, and it stays cold for, like, a good while. But once you turn it off for, like, half the day, then it gets a little hot. But we always make sure, of course, we keep the windows closed and everything because we have the AC running throughout the night, and it does keep the house a little cool. But we don't have, like, the house ventilation or like the house AC.
Like central AC.
Yeah, we don't have central AC. We actually have to get like AC units and, you know, set those up. But yeah, guys, I just really can't with the heat.
Nah, it's been so hot lately that my balls are literally so sweaty.
Wait, so one question actually. When guys get really sweaty from their balls, is that why they stick to like your thighs or something like that? You know how guys kind of have to fix themselves or something like that? Like, is that like a thing, like balls sticking or
yeah, they pretty much like stick, but like if you just kind of, it's not ill, girl.
You're like,
That's
just imagine your
yummy.
pussy.
And I'm like, that's yummy.
Ew, doesn't it smell?
No, it doesn't smell you. You just have to have a great hygiene. I feel like in that area, like it's not like an armpit.
Right.
Like it doesn't like stink like that. Like I feel like in that area, if you are very clean down there,
It's like that. You're
it
fine.
just kind of smells like
So back. I was gonna know.
no, like I don't even know how to describe it. Like
Like a human odor.
it's not. It is nasty, but like because it's still like sweaty balls.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, it's kind of more like I don't know how to explain it.
But at the end
It's
of
a
the day,
very interesting smell.
but it does get sticky, like, you know, it does get stuck to your like thigh vibes, like ooh, that's why I don't like dicks. That's
What? I don't understand. Maybe because I like dicks, so like I don't know.
It makes sense. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Do you like sweaty balls?
I don't. I feel like that's. I feel like I get
balls.
you. Maybe no. I feel like that's why I get you of like the odor, because I feel like I have probably had sweaty balls and I just wasn't feeling the situation. That's probably why.
Did you smell it? Did it smell bad?
No, I didn't smell it.
Or just kind of smell like flesh?
I don't know. Like it's like a scent. It's like a particular scent. Like I can't describe it, to be honest. It's hard to describe.
It's not in the color wheel.
It's not something that anybody probably
okay,
can
you
be
guys.
familiar
Okay,
with.
now that we're getting a little bit to the adult content,
Yeah.
I'm 18 plus content right now, so please, this is the time where you put the volume all the way up.
I was gonna be like all the way down so the kids
I'm
won't
like,
hear.
because I know your mama, your daddy, they be hearing this, they're probably gonna get turned on.
They probably should.
But you guys, something that everyone is always talking about is like their hookup stories and how beautiful they are. It's such a fairy tale of like scariness, but then like so sexy fantasy, like very
You know,
you know what I mean? There comes a time where there's a lot of embarrassing times that we have embarrassing sex.
Especially when you're kind of like starting off, like getting into the
jazz of things.
Yeah, the scene and everything. So of course it's like a learning progress. I feel like, to be honest.
I feel like I feel like I'm a little sorry. I'm not gonna lie because it's just I don't know. Like I've never talked about these things because it's embarrassing. So you go first.
Okay, fine. I'll go
You
first.
break the ice.
I know. I mean, I feel like I've had so many like situations, but I feel like one that I could tell you guys was, okay, so I was talking to this guy and this was from an app, and eventually, you know, it was kind of, he was basically like my sneaky link. Like it was kind of like a weekly thing. I would go over, we would chill, and we would do things. So I feel like this was probably like the 5th or 6th time that I would already consecutively be going to this guy. And throughout those times, each time he would always bring up new things and new
Positions.
toys. No, new toys. So to tell you guys
toys.
a little, no, dude, like low key, like thinking back, I feel like for sure, like he had like each day schedule or something like that with the new bitch or something. Cause when he showed me his drawer of toys, it wasn't like daily toys that you would use for yourself or anything. This is toys where you would open the packaging, like sample ones, that it was one use. Yeah.
What,
so
you
like,
mean?
you don't get
Why,
it?
you mean?
No, dude. So like literally
Sample ones?
Right.
They have sample sex toys?
So for example, the plug, like the for your butthole, he had a lot of them in different sizes, but they were wrapped individually with plastic. And so like each time that we would do the thing, like it would always be a new one. Like it would just be new ones and he would just throw them away. So basically my point is, I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only bitch he would like.
Well,
I'm pretty
no,
sure
not only that, he had like a fetish and he liked to do it, and he's like, well, if I like to do it,
And
like I'm just gonna stock up clean ones, because why would you want to reuse one?
Yeah, but the thing
That's
is like,
good. He was sanitary.
Yeah, but the thing is like, it was just a little bit concerning because like, you know, I would see the stock go low and then high and then low and then high, and I'm just like, what's going on here? But of course in my mind when I was younger, like, eso no me valía. At the end of the day, si me salió and like I got my thing on, then I'm set, you know?
So you put a guinea?
So getting to that.
Oh my God.
At first, so I would go over to his house, and at the time he still lived with his parents, and he had his room but all the way in the back, but it was like pretty hidden and stuff. So we would just go in there, chill, have our fun, and then we would go a few rounds. Not gonna lie, I would stay there for a while, and then after I would have to go to work. Like I would literally go before and then go to work after, and I'd be like I would be the best attitude and everything. And so this one time we were done, and you know, we chilled for a little bit, and we kind of wanted to continue on, and that's when he kind of pulled open the thingy and he was like, hey, you want to try it now? Because each time he would always show me and he would be like, are you down to do and like all this shit. And I was like, no, I'm not down because también pues I didn't know how to clean good. Like I wasn't really like así, and like of course I would shower before I get there, but it's just that wasn't in my mind. Like doing was not a
on
thing
the
for
list.
me. It wasn't a list for me, and that probably it still isn't, to be honest. Like, don't get your hopes up out there. Imagine. So he literally was just really insinuating of like, come on, just try it. Like, I'll do a small one, like this one. He was pulling out all the different sizes.
Oh,
dude.
little nut.
No, dude, he pulled out so many options, dude, and I was like,
He's
oh
like,
my
small,
god,
medium, large,
dude,
extra large.
literally, dude, for real. So it was so bad. So of course, like I was like, you know what? Fuck it. What's one gonna hurt? And you know, I mentioned like I showered and everything. I was clean, but like I don't really like go in my butthole and like, you know, put my finger in there like clean. I don't know how exactly you're supposed to clean your butthole, but like
Wait, how do you?
Okay.
How do you clean your ass in the shower? Wait,
so
for real
I
though.
I spread my cheeks and I kind of just like go over the hole and I just kind of like make sure like I'm clean there with a little soap and like, you know, I make sure I'm clean, honey. Like I hate, like that's why.
Wait, but you don't even touch it?
No, I do touch my butthole.
But like you don't even go like inside and like
I try to like go in there and
like with the brush?
Not with the brush. Do you use a brush?
I don't use a brush. Just kidding.
No, I don't use a brush or anything, but you know what I mean. Is that how you're supposed to clean your butt, right?
I don't know. I have my own way.
What do you do
I have my own dedicated like bar of soap.
for your butt?
Yeah, and like I go in there like hard as fuck, and then like I still like clean it all over.
Like do
I
you
keep
go in with
cleaning.
your finger and everything, or what?
I don't go in like with my finger like that.
No, yeah.
But like I go like with these fingers and like
You kind of just like.
no, I go in a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I have been doing it right then. Okay.
She's like, I'm gonna reevaluate.
No, I have, because like I do put at least a little bit. I just don't like the feeling of like you know. So, anyways, sidetracked from that combo. How do you guys clean your butthole? But sidetracked. So I do clean my butt. Hold on, don't get it twisted. But I don't know. I just felt very weird. So. Anyways,
You're
I did
like,
it.
my stomach hurts.
I was like, wait, I think I'm feeling a little something. No.
You're like, I shouldn't have gotten to Chipotle.
Bitch, nah, dude, Chipotle be fucking me up though. But so, anyways, we get to the dirty thing. We were both already like clothes off. Like literally, when we would be done, we would just be chilling naked. Like we really wouldn't put our clothes back on. We would be cuddling or whatever, and then when we want to go again, we'll go again, and we're just completely naked. So when this whole thing was happening, he was like, okay, like position yourself on the couch, because he had a bed and then he had a couch like on the side and the bed was like right here. And so literally, no joke, dude, just imagine me así, y luego con mis pies así, and then my butt like just kind of off the edge of the couch.
Okay.
So then, and then just imagine him on his knees by my ass.
Okay.
Like if he was.
Okay.
You envision?
Go ahead.
So he's kind of warming me up a little bit. He's like playing a little bit, spitting that, all that shit, playing around, trying to turn me on a little bit, playing with my whatever, loosen it up. And I guess I wasn't getting too loose. I was still a little too like, ay, no sé, güey, like tengo miedo. So eventually got that lube. He fucking lubed that shit. And he was always stuck up on lube, girl. Like, not gonna lie. And so slowly he started to put that in. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, it's going in there. And eventually like, it popped in. And not gonna lie, it wasn't too bad, because it wasn't that huge tampoco. And so we kind of like went at it like with my thingy in there. And like he's like, and occasionally he would kind of like take it out and then put it back in, like take it out, like kind of play with it or whatever. And I don't know if it was just a fetish for him, because as mentioned, he had like a lot of them, but like I noticed that like this one time only.
Stop, just hurry up.
I saw him that he literally like got it and like he smelled his finger and like the thingy, and I was just like, why did you do that?
Did you ask him that?
I didn't ask him, but I was just kind of like,
what the
do I smell or something? Do I have caca or something? Or or what? Like, I know I was clean because I made sure I was like, I shat and then I showered. So
Ew.
that happened. And like, we finished. I low-key got a little turned off. So he finished. It's fine. I was just like, okay, whatever. And then when I go to the restroom, I'm like, okay, like, did I, like, poop a little bit or something or what? And I go to the restroom and I'm, like, fingering myself a little bit. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. Why the fuck did he smell his finger? Like, why is
You're all
he...
self-conscious.
What the fuck is going on here, man? And then after that, I feel like it was just, like, I don't know. I just kind of felt off a little bit. After that, I only hung out with him once, and we went on like to nude beach and like on the hill on the cliff with the whole view and everything. It was fucking amazing. And then after that, I just kind of like drifted apart.
Him.
To be
Should
honest,
I call him?
Nah, no joke, dude. Tell me why I still had his number for like probably over a year, and like I would like see what he was doing, but I was like, it's fine. Like, I don't really need to like hit him up anymore. I got other fools to hit up at this point.
I don't know if I really talked about this. I remember in school we I almost got in a fight because of this.
Oh god.
But now it's going out to the world. So there was a guy that we were cool friends at the time, and I had already came out and I had already known that I was gay, and like everyone in school had already known that I was gay. He hadn't came out, I guess, at the time, and he only came out as bisexual. So I don't know at the time why I wanted to have a boyfriend. Like I said, I always say these stories of like, I don't understand why in my little head I needed to have a boyfriend in order for me to be in high school. Like, I just didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a fantasy that I was trying to have. And because I was also already out in high school, so like I felt a little bit more comfortable. So I was like, why not? También. And I was like, oh, we were friends at the time, and then when he finally had came out, I was like, oh, like I really like you, and we went back and forth. One time we went to my house and we were going upstairs and we were gonna watch a movie, and at the time I had a bunk bed where the bottom one was like a queen size and the top one was like a twin size, and we went on the top bunk. That was my sister's bunk, and we were like making out for a little bit.
Oh my god, not on Ashley's bed.
Girl, she wouldn't know.
Ashley, now
was
you
at
know.
home, girl. We were like, should we have sex? What the fuck? So embarrassing. Oh my god.
Stop blushing.
That's so embarrassing. Why would we even say that? So then we were like, yeah. And then we started going down on my bottom bunk because it was bigger. And at the time, I didn't really know properly how to, like, I didn't know about, like, top or bottom. Like, I was very still, like...
In the,
like, I would just, like, do other things. Like, I just didn't know what top or bottom meant. Like, I hadn't even lost my virginity with, like, my private part, Like,
right.
It was just more in the back part. Like,
oh.
But I didn't know about, like, hygiene and, like, stuff like that. Yeah. And
stop.
We're like, oh, okay, like, you want to get on top of me? And I got on top, right?
Oh my god.
And yeah, he was like, I was riding him for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then tell me why he starts like carrying me.
Oh god.
And like we're like,
That's hot.
And then he puts me on the floor, and then we're like, and then dude, I fucking
shut the fuck up.
Dude, I fucking farted. I farted loud as fuck. Like, not only loud, dude, he was like, oh, it's okay.
As he was
still in there. And he's like, it's okay. And I was like,
embarrassed. You're like,
did that just fucking happen?
That's me when like guys are going at it.
No, dude, I was so hell embarrassed. Oh, no, Irma, this is the worst part.
Stop. I'm scared.
Dude, it smelled.
Wait, no. Ew.
Call police.
Wait, was this on the floor or was he already like...
No, this was still on the floor.
Oh my god. Hi, I'm scared.
Well, when I was on the floor, just remember, like, my legs were on the ceiling, girl.
Yeah.
So, like, at the time, I didn't know about hygiene. So, like, now that's never happened to me ever before. Like, maybe I have, like, like, maybe, like, or whatever. But, like, they don't smell, girl.
No,
like,
yeah.
like, I'm hygiene.
So you just thought it was like
hygiene.
You just thought it was a stinky fart.
No, it was a stinky ass fart, girl. It was nasty as fuck. No, dude,
Like,
it was bad.
So you
So we stopped because I got embarrassed. I
So you
got
turned
hella
it off,
embarrassed.
yeah.
So I got turned off, and
Your
I told them
pit
get
dick
out of
was
the
like-
room, and I was like, I'll see you later.
What the fuck, dude? Ew. And he still wanted to continue on, or was he kind of already?
Yeah, he kept saying it was okay, and I didn't want to.
What the fuck? You know what? I would feel the same way, to be honest.
I
If
just
I
didn't
did-
want to. Like the
Yeah.
room stinked. Like
You're like, air this shit out, bitch.
I
Get
aired
the
it out. I
Febreze."
fucking felt for breeze, dude. I waited for fucking 10 minutes, dude, and that shit still reeks,
No
girl.
fucking
I don't remember what I
way,
ate, but
dude.
after that, I learned my lesson, girl. I started going on YouTube.
You were just like, let me fucking clean this asshole up. Let me do a little
No,
detox.
I was like, this will never happen to me again. So no, it's never happened to me. I'm the bottomest bottom ever.
You're like, I'm the cleanest ever. I
No,
will
dude,
spotless,
Mr.
bleach
Clean.
everything. Bitch,
Dude.
bitch.
No, but yeah, no, that was just like something insane to me. I can't believe that ever happened to me in my life. So that's one for the books for sure.
No, dude. Do you know? I don't know if you know, but did you know that when men are penetrating women, that sometimes girls tend to queef
Yeah, I know.
during?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know, but dude, that was
Because I quit too.
yeah, dude. The first
Well, like
time,
it's not the same, but like you know what I
it's
mean.
not the same, but the first time that happened to me, like low-key, I was really embarrassed, and it kind of just like threw me off, and I was
But
like,
then you found out it was like normal.
yeah, and then I found out it was normal, and I was like, all right, he's just hitting it right, and it's just nice and juicy in there, you know?
Yeah,
But-
like I knew it was normal.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't normal that it was a whole ass fart, girl.
like,
you know?
pestada. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
even know how the guy wanted to continue, low-key. Like, I would have been like,
Cause maybe
he knew? He just
maybe
understood?
like we were having a good time. I don't know.
Yeah, could be. Enough with Danny's embarrassing story. I have another one more to come. Oh my god, dude, I can't believe I'm saying this. But it's because también, like, it was just barely starting off, like, my little sex journey, you know? But this guy, and basically all of my guys that I, had intercourse with were from an app, not gonna lie. So
But just be careful.
just be careful, very careful, because there was incidents where I was like, stole my iPod. Anyways, this guy picked me up. We were chilling. Not gonna lie, he didn't really look as much as the pictures, but he was stoned as fuck, dude. Already when he picked me up, he was just like, hey, what's up, or whatever. And I was like, okay, say less, man. And then he had a car where it was kind of like those racing cars, but like he kind of builds it up himself.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like, I'm not saying like I'm judging his car or whatever, but it was just, a little small than what I'm used to, especially with my size. And so we end up going to, I think you know this park, Burgers Park.
Oh, uh-huh.
We went there and we decided to smoke. And he didn't have a piece, bong, nothing, no joint. He literally just had a water bottle. And you know how the water bottle bongs work? Like, it's with the water,
They're
half
bomb,
empty.
they're
They're
bomb,
so
they're bomb,
fucking
they're bomb.
fire. So I hit that a few times. He hit that a few times. And at this point, he was just like this, like, bien, like, ojos casi
Like, just out of it.
cerrados, just so out of it. I was a little bit out of it too, not gonna lie. And that's when I was like, we were making out. And when we were in the middle of making out, he was like, hey, suck my, like, come on,
Suck
come
my,
on.
suck my, suck my.
Suck. And so I was like, all right, I'll give you the hug too. And so he was awkwardly just pulling down his pants because he was still in the driver's seat and I was in the passenger. And he pulled it down and he was hard. I was playing with it and everything.
And it was big.
And it was pretty,
It was pretty big.
it was pretty big. And I don't have
How
the
big?
greatest gag for it. Honestly, this was years ago. I could barely remember,
Oh.
because I was so traumatized. I traumatized myself. And so it was pretty good, not gonna lie, like a good, decent size. And I don't have the greatest gag reflex. And so I was doing the thing, going at it. And a huevo, this fool wanted me to like deep throat, dude. Like, no joke, he would grab my head and he would
He
make
wanted
me
to
go.
suffocate you.
No, he wanted me to die. He wanted me to choke on that. He was trying to do it, and I was like, yo, like, can you not do that? Like, can you really not do that? He was like, come on, dude, come on. I was like, damn, that should have been already a red flag. Like, I should have socked this fool, you know? He was like, all right, fine, I won't do it. And so right when I was easing in, trying to get it in there, dude, he went like this. Dude, so fucking hard.
You gotta prepare.
I wasn't prepared for that, dude.
Okay, that sucks.
So when he did that, no joke, dude, I ended up throwing up on his dick. And dude, when that happened, I what a guy just need. Oh my god,
I don't think about that, girl. What the fuck?
it grosses me out. Sorry.
Why?
Oh my god, I just hate thinking about it because it's so
Like my
gross.
Chipotle.
My Chipotle. And dude, no, when I lifted my head, I still had throw up in my mouth because I threw up a little bit on his whatever, and I kept a little bit, and I literally opened his door, and I spewed out the rest. Yeah, and the good thing it was just water because it was just acid and like water and stuff because I wasn't really eating that much.
And what did he say?
And dude, tell me why
He's like, do it again?
No, dude, no fucking joke. He was like, that was hot. Yeah, dude, I was like, what the fuck?
What did he say?
I just looked at him like, dude, this is why I told you not to be doing that shit. Like, I just literally fucking threw up, man. He was like, nah, dude, that was hot. That was so hot. My dick did that.
He's like, that's not the hot
like,
poop.
Dude,
that's a
go. No, dude, it was so bad. I low-key got so pissed. Like, I was embarrassed and pissed off because,
so
like...
you left? You got
I
out of
told
his
him to
car?
drop me off. The fuck?
Oh, you told him to drop you off?
Yeah, dude. I was like, you know, honestly, like,
So what did you tell him?
So, look.
What'd you end up with?
So what I told him, I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I told you not to fucking do that shit. That shit was so embarrassing. Like, why the fuck did you do that? Like, I was low-key pretty pissed. I was like, you know, I'm literally turned off. Like, I do not even want to, like, continue on. Go drop me off home. Like, I'm being serious. Go drop me off home. He was like, nah, come on. That was so hard. Like, don't do that. Come on. I was like, drop me the fuck off. And literally,
I would have gotten out. No, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, bitch, I didn't have a ride home, and también my parents didn't know I wasn't home. I had to sneak out. Like, whenever
I would have walked home, girl.
From Brookers, bitch, to my house.
I know, but girl, like sometimes
just even walking.
I'm embarrassed.
Just even from walking from your apartment when you used to live at your mom's house, even from that walk to my house was still a long ass walk, bitch. Like,
I know.
Nuh-uh, dude.
I've walked all over Anaheim. You have
did.
no idea.
No, you really did. You were everywhere.
I'm a street rat.
Dude. No, dude. But honestly, after that, like, I just literally blocked him, deleted him, and like the whole ride back, it was just quiet. Like, I was just fucking annoyed. He tried to still keep convo, and I was like, nah, bitch. Like, you fucking ruined the mood, man. Like, I can't do this again,
crazy.
bitch. Nah, dude. But if you guys have any experiences like that, let me know because I don't want to feel alone.
Yeah, if you guys have any embarrassing stories, tell me now because I don't want to feel like I only have the embarrassing story. Now, this one is really embarrassing because it's in my current relationship.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait.
So, like, I don't know if I've ever talked about this. I don't think I've ever talked about this because it's really embarrassing. It was when we were like, we didn't even live together yet. We were still going, like, when we would go out, we would still go to hotels and stuff like that. One time we were, I think, going to like BeautyCon or something, and we were with one of Alan's at the time's friend, and Alan's friend was like, oh, can I borrow the car? Because we ended up taking my mom's car. And he's like, can I borrow the car so I can go get something at the mall and I'll be right back like in an hour or two? We were like, yeah, go. Because we didn't want to go, girl. Because I was already driving and I was already tired, girl. Like, I was not about to be driving
anymore. It's horrible. Like,
yeah, it was in LA and it was bad. But we took the opportunity for us to, you know, get jazzy.
I love that bitch.
Oh yeah, you just found her. Yeah. I love her.
No, I've been seeing her content for like.
Yeah, me too. Anyway. I just started. Anyways, so we were getting jazzy and sexy, and you know, like da 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 da.
Getting it on.
And we were pretty freaky, this girl. Like, you have no idea, Irma. We were like making out hard as fuck.
You were like.
We were like caressing our bodies.
Spitting in each other's mouths.
No, girl, I don't do that. And you know, just kissing our bodies, and like, you know, I felt sexy, and so did Alan and I. So like, we were getting like to a point where he was like sucking me up, and we were on the bed, right? I was literally like laying flat on the bed, like on the edge of the bed. So this is like the board, and then like the TV is right here, so like really like the edge of the bed.
So basically, your butt was off the.
No, not my butt, like my head.
Oh, your head. Oh.
My head was around there. So like I was literally like laying flat like this.
Oh my god.
Right? And he was giving me that sloppy toppy 2 million, girl. I guess like I was like really like this, dude. Like I kept stretching like downwards below. Like I kind of felt like I was floating, like, well, because he was like sucking me up, you know? And he was holding my hand and he was like touching my body, and he lets go.
Hi.
And I hit the top of my head.
Are you serious?
Hard as fuck, dude. Like I literally fell off the bed. So like imagine that. Like I'm literally like this. Like, how do I explain it? Like I'm like this.
Yeah, and you literally
and then I'm like literally like stretching out my whole gravity. and then like I fall back, and then I hit my head hard, so that I'm all naked, and I'm like doing a whole ass like front flip. And my head's all hurting.
Got a whole fucking chipotle up there.
Dude, it's so bad. So we stopped, girl. We stopped.
What the fuck?
I just told him he started laughing at me.
You were like, hi, motherfucker.
I was like, what the fuck? Why'd you let me go, motherfucker? I was so annoyed. I was like, why'd you let me go? Like, this is like, I thought we were a different type of Titanic. Like, where you don't let me go. We were holding hands, girl. What made you think you could let go so you could support yourself?
I know, he could have at least grabbed you from the legs or something.
Dude, he's so annoying.
He said, I wanted to drop you on purpose, baby.
Nah,
Lose
dude,
this
I
memory.
had a headache, and the rest was history. The entire time at BeautyCon, I was embarrassed.
Nah, dude, that's fucking crazy, bitch. No, I've low-key had a similar situation like that too. That like, pero lo bueno que me agarró, eso sí, pues con este way, I don't know how, but it fucking worked out, dude. Pero no, mames, did you have a headache for the rest of the day or what?
I had a headache for like so long, dude. Like I literally felt like Pinhead.
And did you have a chipotle then?
No, I didn't have a chipotle, but
I'm
dude,
like,
it hurt. It hurts so bad.
Aw, dude, I fucking bet.
I feel like that's why I'm dumb sometimes, because my mom never dropped me on my head, only Alanized. But yeah, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed our embarrassing moments. Now that we opened up, please open up, girl.
It's your turn,
please
honey.
Open your legs and please give us the liberty of trying to laugh on next week's episode.
Literally.
So don't forget to comment down below what was your favorite part. Come back up, click that like button and that subscribe button
Right now.
and don't forget to follow us at all of our social medias at Call Me Danny.
Mine's Irma Tits XO, and also don't forget to follow the Instagram and the TikTok of Let's Talk Pendejadas. And just to FYI, you guys, on TikTok we officially hit 1,000 followers. So yay!
And on Instagram, 1,500.
So you guys, it really does help a lot that you guys go follow and like and just comment all this stuff, because you guys do get shout outs on the stories for Instagram, whoever was featured onto the episode.
And in the beginning of the episode as well. And everything is super easy to locate at the link down below. So go ahead and follow us at all of our personal channels and our social medias. But with that being said, you guys, let's leave you guys with a positive affirmation. This is a long one. So please get your books ready. Choose people that choose you. Oh, that's a good opening one, huh? That's literally like a mind fuck.
I like that a lot.
But yeah, you guys, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.